Burnout is not a productivity problem, it's a spiritual one. If you've ever felt so on fire that your life, your work, your family, your friends feel like they have started to consume you, this story is about you. Stay with me, because at the end, I will give you a full practice that will help you channel your own inner fire. We're living in a season of maximum light, and I'm not referring only to summer in the northern hemisphere. I'm referring to technology. Everything is constantly on, fast moving. Our computers, our phone, our lights, even our life opportunities. Things are constantly coming up to us, all the time, at the same time. And the spiritual world, instead of helping us, gave us the wrong tool. It told us to raise our vibration, to manifest, to expand our light. That's more fire, more burning. But I'm going to ask you the question nobody does. Radiate from which center exactly? Here is the thesis of this entire video. Fire is not passion. Fire is radiation aligned with truth. In the Egyptian way of seeing the world, the sun Ra governs the entire cosmos, but it doesn't govern it alone. It does so with the goddess Maat, the goddess of truth, of order and balance, the one that holds the cosmos in place. Light governed by truth gives life, but light governed without truth is just chaos. And that's what burnout is actually about. It's not about too much work or lack of time management. It's about expansion that lost its alignment with your truth. The Egyptians told this as a story, one of the oldest and most cruel stories of all times. Let me tell it to you. This story is shown in the walls of the oldest tombs in Egypt. In the beginning, Ra, the sun, ruled directly over the world. But Ra grew old. His bones turned to silver, his flesh to gold, his hair to lapis lazuli. And humanity, seeing his age, began to conspire against him. Ra felt it, and he did what power does when it feels threatened. He sent out his eye. The eye of Ra, his own radiance, his own fire, made separate from him, and sent out into the world with a mission. And when the eye touched the earth, she took form, Sekhmet, the lioness, the powerful one. And Sekhmet did exactly what she was sent to do. She was magnificent at it. She moved through the world like fire through dry grass, destroying the enemies of Ra. She drank blood, and she found that it tasted sweet. And then something happened that terrified even the gods. She could not stop. The mission was complete. The treat was gone. And Sekhmet kept going, because the fire, once fully unleashed, does not recognize enough. It only recognizes fuel. She will have destroyed all humanity. She will have left Ra a king of ashes. Now, notice something that the gods do not do to her. They didn't fight her, because you cannot fight the eye of Ra. She is force. They did not lecture her. They didn't tell her to try harder to stop herself. Instead, Ra ordered something strange. He had 7,000 jars of beer brewed overnight and dyed it red, like the color of blood, with ochre from elephantine. And before dawn, they poured it out over the fields where she slept, until the land shone like a mirror of blood. Sekhmet woke. She saw what she believed was the blood of her enemies, flooding the earth. She lowered her head and she drank and drank. And the beer did what it was meant to do, stop her. She slept, and when she woke, she was no longer Sekhmet. She woke as Hathor, the goddess of love, music, beauty, and joy, the golden one. The same fire, the same eye of Ra, but now fire that nurtures instead of fire that devours. Same energy, same woman. The only thing that changed was the relationship between the fire and its center. And I have to be honest with you, this is my own take on the myth. A few years ago, I was living 4 lives at once. I was mothering, working, studying, and also fulfilling my own goals and dreams. I was doing all of this at the same time, as probably many of you are doing. And here is the part that nobody warns you about. You become really good at it. The fire inside makes you magnificent at what you're doing, until slowly something starts feeling wrong, and nothing is enough anymore. There is always something more, something to fix or to prove. I went through all of that until one night, my son, who was a baby at the time, couldn't fall asleep, like normal babies do. And I needed to sleep so badly that the tenderness that lives within me turned into rage. A rage that I did not recognize. A rage that wanted me to hurt the person I loved the most in this life. I never crossed that line. I walk away. But just the feeling of it, that sensation of not recognizing myself, scared me. So that night, I finally said enough. I sat down and I asked myself what was wrong. What was happening to me? What did I want? And I realized I didn't know anymore. I didn't know what I wanted or who I was. I did not lose my energy. I just lost the place where it was coming from. That is the story of Sekhmet in life. In my life, it was showing the myth itself. The mission long over, and the fire is still burning, and this time hurting. It happens to the most powerful ones. Remember, Sekhmet wasn't a weak goddess. She was the most powerful goddess, the one that the others feared. But as she has shown, once you start the fire for long enough that you forget who you are, it cannot stop. If you cannot answer the simple question of how is that if everything is fine, I cannot feel restful, is because your fire is still burning you inside. And the medicine is hidden in the strangest part of the story. Force didn't stop her. Pleasure did. The red beer display was not a reward for what she has done. It was an intervention that the gods made. So your rest is not laziness. In this story, rest is actually the technology that turns Sekhmet into Hathor. This summer, I have been apprenticed to a teacher that doesn't speak, a falcon, the living form of Horus itself, the solar god. A pair nested near my mother's home, and I watched them grow until they left. And here is what the falcon taught me. A falcon is pure solar power, and it spends most of its time still, observing, watching. It doesn't chase everything that moves. It waits in alignment and moves at once to cut its prey, totally from the center. Its maximum fire without dispersion. In the north, there was a rune that best explains it. Thiwas. And I'm apologizing for the pronunciation if it's wrong. This is the rune of Tyr, the god who placed his hand on the wolf mouth so that order in the cosmos could hold. This is basically Ma'at in the Egyptian cosmology, which is expansion governed by truth. So the question of this whole season, the one that I've been living with since that night, is how do I expand my fire without losing my center? And here's the complete practice that I do before going to sleep. I light on a candle. It represents my fire. Then pen and paper, and I write the question, where did I expand my fire today that was not in line with my truth? You don't need to think about it. Just let it flow and just write with your eyes closed. The answer will come. Then write, where my fire serve my truth today. And write, what can I offer to my own fire tonight? What can I offer that will give me pleasure and joy tonight? When you write it, you have to do it. So pick something small. Could be drink a tea, read a book, take a bath, anything that will give you pleasure that night. And do it as a closing promise to yourself. And then, before blowing out the candle, ask yourself, what did this season taught me today? Write it down. It doesn't need to be more than 3 words. Blow out the candle knowing that the fire is not turned off. It is kept in your heart center until tomorrow. That is the simplest and whole practice. Try it 3 weeks and tell me in comments how you feel. Now, if you want to go deeper, there is a layer of ritual to this practice that involves reading the flame using the red bowl of Sekhmet and an offering to give to the fire. If you do want to go further, the complete guide is on the link in the comment section. Remember, the fire was never your enemy. It's power that needs to radiate from its center.